Welcome to Salento with Love. I'm Davide Mengoli and Salve Salento. Yes, work is progressing and so much or so many things are happening. It's amazing when you have the right people on site. Within every day that you come onto your site, you can see all the developments taking place. So let's see what's been happening here at Salve Salento at this 2 houses and a room in the beautiful centro storico of Galatina. Well, a lot of the plumbing is progressing really well. You can see already the waste is going into place for the shower, taking into consideration what the new height of this floor is going to be under the after the underfloor heating. All the showers, or at least the hardware of the shower, has been fitted in. Very important if you're doing a refurb, wherever that is, if you decide what taps or what toilets or bidets or anything you're going to install. Very important to supply your plumbers with the technical specification and also the hardware that fits inside the wall. This is what we call first fixing. So when they leave everything, the system will be pressured with all the hardware in place. That would allow for the electrician to come and would allow for the plastering to happen before the second fixing happens. And very interesting, you know, you see these floating toilets and you may be worried at times, is it going to hold the weight? Well, yes, it's going to hold the weight indeed, because this is a metal structure that gets concreted into the wall. Can you imagine? And the floor is going to go over the top of that. And you see these metal rods sticking out, and this is where your bidet or your toilet is going to fit in. So anytime you see one of those floating toilets and you think, oh my God, is it going to hold me? Yes, it will hold you. So this is what actually puts everything in place. And I always love to see, I very often talk about the geberit or jeberit, which are the inserts. So once everything is plastered and finished or tiled, everything to do with the waste is actually concealed within the wall, so you're never going to see it. And for anyone that doesn't know about this, if you think, oh, how can I do the maintenance? What about if it breaks down? Well, this panel in the front comes off and you can put your hands in it. You can change the whole mechanism. So literally they are designed to last a lifetime and also to be boxed in. So extremely elegant. Now that machine is already in place. Now we've used an extraordinary spot without taking anything away from the room. And once all of this is closed in plasterboard and the grill goes in front of the machine, then it would just be part of the wall. Now, that machine will only supply the cold air. We spend a huge amount of time thinking about this, and really with the underfloor heating being here, the supply of the cold air was a little bit of an issue, and the last thing you want to do really is to cut any of this and put one of those machines up on the ceiling. So that machine is going to supply the cold air. Let's see where else it's been happening. I love when people say, well, you know, I just want a toilet here and a kitchen there, and well, it's, what could it be? It's so easy. You just stick a toilet to the bathroom, you press the button and the water flashes. It doesn't really work like that. This is just one of the apartments downstairs, and really all the plumbing now has been put into place. First of all, a new line of water coming into the property, then a new line of sewer, then you've got your hot water, your cold water, then you have all the lines doing your hot and cold system, like the aircon units that are going to go on the roof. Everything runs onto the floor. So it's incredible the amount of work that needs to be done. Fantastic to turn up on site. So much it's been happening here. You know, I keep saying we've turned this property from habitable to a total wreck, and then we're bringing it back to the 21st century. Wow. Now, it's amazing because the electricians have finished up here. They've moved downstairs. In fact, we're going to see them in a minute. And I thought the plumbers have chased and wrecked the property, but you wait until the electricians comes in, and it's very much like seeing the veins and the capillary running through the body, you know, which is covered with flesh, and amazing to see all these cuts and lines, and you have to think, you know, where do I want my TV? Where do I want the lights to be? Where I want to turn things on and off? And so it's very important through this process really to make sure that you can think of everything you want within your property, so then the electricians and the plumbers can take care of it. So for example, we took quite a bit of time to decide that this little strip wall here, which is not much left, but it will be rebuilt, actually had to contain the light switch, but also the thermostat working for the heat pump and the heat pump panel as well. So first of all, as we're coming upstairs, you can see a lot of chasing, and well, you could probably imagine why if you have a look at the amount of cables that run through underground and get in there, which they will then go in here, which they're going to be servicing a fuse board just for the kitchen. Yes, although you have a main board, you then need an additional board just for the kitchen. And this tells you what everything is happening here. We have a fridge there, we've got the basin over there, we're going to have a big stove, we're going to have some microwave units there and the extractor fan above, and then also we're putting lights in the four corners. So we actually had to bring lights or electricity to the four corners. Isn't that incredible? So this is incredible. Look how they had to chase. Qui avete dovuto scavare tutto quanto per portare per portare i tubi. E poi avete lavorato proprio nella cornice lì, quindi una volta che si stucca poi sparisce tutto quanto. It's beautiful. You see how they've chased the wall here right on the edge. So once that gets filled again, you will never know that there is a pipe running through, bringing the electricity through there. Everything kind of disappears. So even when you work with stone like this, you can be clever in chasing the wall, perhaps going through the areas that you can just refill again and make everything disappear. It takes a lot longer, but then the end result is really the important part. So never about timing, it's always about quality. Amazing to see how this comes together again, almost like surgeons. You know, they open you up, they do everything they got to do, and then they just seal everything up, and you'll never know. You may have a little scar. In this particular case, you won't even see the scars. These are the best. So fantastic. Well, episode 2 of Salve Salento is coming to an end. So we've gone through the plumbing through this episode. We've gone through the electrics. We haven't dug into the details because really, you probably have seen this in previous episodes of other series that I've created. But really, the idea is to see how intrinsicate the work is and how complicated it is. And so it's good to think plan, strategize if you then want to deliver the best quality of life to your own property. So I hope you've enjoyed episode 2, and we'll see you on episode 3. Until then, make sure you subscribe to the channel just by pressing the subscribe button, the little bell, so you can get a little notice saying that I've published a new video. And stay safe wherever you are. Blue sky above us.